NateDogg916 in the building. What's going on with you, Brody?
What's popping, bro? What's happening with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm digging the background, man. I'm kind of jealous. God damn,
Oh, man, you
I'm
know,
in a shoebox and shit, and you done came in HD and shit.
we got to do it how we can do it whenever we do it, bruh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's that shirt all about on your stuff?
Oh, you know what it is, man. That's the channel, man. For those who don't know, man, NateDogg916, man. Go on, like and subscribe with 2 G's. You know what I mean? But you know, they know what it is. If they don't, they'll figure it out real quick. You know what I mean? It's me representing somebody in my city that came from that bullshit, man. That's trying to find a better way, man. That's finding about a better way and trying to show my youngsters a better way, man. It's that simple. Like I believe you said. No, I don't believe you said. I know you said before, man. There's too many old heads speaking rhetoric instead of speaking what these youngsters really need to hear, man.
Nah, that's for sure. Nah, for sure. Because we just gonna be honest. Cats got history and got a story.
That's a fact.
And even if you don't reach everybody, you might mess around and reach the right one who was on edge.
And that's all. Hey, that's the only reason I do it, bro. That's the only reason I do it. If I catch one before he jump, I'm good. I'm good. I feel like I did something. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not wasting my time. You know, and I'm gonna keep doing it and hope I reach another one, and another one, and another one until, you know what I mean, not just my city, but you know, youngsters start paying attention that them boxes ain't what it is. And when I say them boxes, I'm talking about them boxes in themselves and them boxes under the ground. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of boxes for us, and they got a whole lot of them.
Most definitely. So if they wanted to cop one of them shirts, where could I get it from?
I mean, they can get it on Teespring, man. All they got to do is hit NateDogg916. Go online, go to www.teespring.com, man, and NateDogg916 with 2 G's, and it'll bring up all the merch, you know what I mean? And they can go to YouTube and check out the channel and see if they even interested in representing what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? It ain't no, you know, let's not get it misunderstood, you know. For those who don't know, if you allow me to introduce myself real quick.
It's your interview, Brody. Do your thing.
For those who don't know, my name is NateDogg916. My name is NateDogg, but I'm from Sacramento, California, man. I'm from Del Paso Heights, California, to be exact, the northern part of California, or northern part of Sacramento, you know what I mean? You know, but I fuck with my people, period. You know what I mean? But I'm from Del Paso Heights all my life, you know what I mean? Except for the time that they had me behind them walls. You know, and as far as where I'm coming from to be speaking what I'm talking about, like I said, I grew up in the hood my whole life. You know what I mean? I never lived nowhere else other than in them prison walls. And, you know, and I don't want to say I made it out, but I made it out. You know what I mean? I'm not out here stacking M's or nothing like that, but I'm living comfortable. You know what I mean? I'm living comfortable on the right side of the law. You know, and it ain't about just, I want everybody to get a bag, however you get it, however you think you need to get it. But understand that every decision you make in your life got a consequence. Every decision you make, whether it be a good consequence or a bad consequence, it's a consequence, bro. So be prepared to accept those consequences before you start doing stuff or not doing stuff. Whatever you do, be prepared. If you prepare to go get a job and work and get a 9 to 5, hey, be prepared to get a smaller check than you would get if you out there on the streets getting money, or if you are an entrepreneur and you create your own company. But understand that if you're an entrepreneur and you say, oh, I'm not going to work for nobody, you got to work to somebody to get that starting capital in order to start your own stuff up. You know what I mean? You just, no matter what people think, at some point you got to work for somebody.
Right.
If I'm
that's interesting you say that, because I don't know, maybe that's a northern Sacramento thing or something like that. But cats was said, don't do it, but if you do it, know the consequences.
If you're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
You know, you right. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it's a northern Sacramento thing, but if you're gonna do whatever you do, whatever it may be, no matter what side of the law it's on, my bottom line for me is I lived that other side all my life. You know what I mean? And I paid the consequences for it, you know, and I accepted it and I stood on that. You know what I mean? And I did my time like I was supposed to do it, stand up the whole time, you know, and then I came home and I decided I needed to do something better for my family.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I needed to create a future for my family. You know what I mean? I'm trying to build a kingdom over here brick by brick. And every day I'm putting some mortar together every day. You know what I mean? I don't wait for nobody to hand me nothing. You know what I mean? Because those are the people that the people that are consistently waiting for somebody to hand them something will always be behind the times. Always. I don't need nobody to hand me nothing. You know, if a brother like you, salute, good looking out, want to reach back, you know, to your city and holler at the boy, like let's get after it. Let's get you on here, man, because I'm from the city, you from the city. I might as well bring some attention to you. Okay, I appreciate that most definitely. But if you wouldn't have contacted me, I still would have had to do what I had to do. If we wouldn't have had our back and forth and it was cool, and we both agreed that this would be a good look. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I missed you when I wanted to catch you at the park and we was gonna do the interview at the Manor Park. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, the times didn't link up, but you already know it was all love, and we could have pulled up at the park and did it however we did it. You know what I mean? And it would have been phenomenal. It would have been legendary. Motherfuckers wouldn't have expected that. Excuse my language. But
that was one of the things. Like with a lot of people, y'all in the chat, what y'all don't understand is where he from and where I'm from in Sacramento, they don't really get along. We're just gonna be light about that.
Right.
They don't get along. So me doing this is me showing y'all, hey man, fuck the politics, fuck the bullshit.
Facts.
Man, this is a grown-ass man with a family building on this shit. I don't give a flying fuck about nothing. And I'm going to stand on that because I'm a man first before I'm in anything.
Yes, sir.
And on top of it, I'm a black man.
Absolutely.
Dark ass nigga, but you know.
Absolutely. I salute that, man, and I appreciate that. And I feel the same way, man. If somebody preaching, you know what I mean? Not necessarily preaching, but pushing a good message. Like, I don't care who you are, where you from, what you did. You know what I mean? You ain't do it to me. And even if you did, I might even see getting past that. At the same time, it's like we trying to promote pushing cats to do better with themselves. No matter what level they on, do better with yourself. You know what I mean? If you comfortable eating top ramen, they got to sell for you. You know what I mean? If you comfortable living on your girl couch, I don't know what to tell you. You probably don't want to go to my channel. You don't want to, you're not going to like it. You ain't going to hit like not one time if you like living on your girl couch and not doing nothing with your life. If that's what your MO is, don't go to my channel. But I mean, I appreciate you. You can go over there and hit a dislike if you want. That's cool. You know what I mean? You know, but you ain't going to
show up to the party.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. That'll help the algorithm. You know how it works. Come on, man. You know better than I do. But you know, I mean, bottom line is like a little bit of background on me. You know, in 1996, you know, so just for those who want to know what is over there on my channel, in 1996, I caught a case in Sacramento, California, of course, and they sentenced me to 18 years in prison.
Damn.
You know, and I did 17 years and 10 months of it. You know, in straight, no breaks. So basically, from 1996 to 2014, I was incarcerated. All level 4. So if you're not from California, you know, that's maximum security out here. All level 4, all mainline the whole time. You know, never bended, never folded, never ran out. You know what I mean? And not to brag about the prison part, but I chose that. I chose that life. Therefore, I obviously chose whatever consequences came with it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, there's 98% of the people, and don't quote me on the statistic, but 98% of the people that are incarcerated swear they got railroaded or swear they got too much time or, but we knew the life we were living when we were committing the crimes we were committing. You know what I mean? Me, I got arrested for attempted murder. So, and I thought I was never getting out. Let's be honest. I didn't think they was going to let me out. And it was my second strike. So I didn't think I was getting out, period. Luckily, they offered me a deal. I hopped on it. You know what I mean? Because they was trying to give me 68 to life. But when they said 18 years, I was like, hey, that sounds like a plan. Let's go ahead and run that. And but I mean, people say 18 years, like, wow, how you do that? Man, I've been honestly, not to brag about it because it's not fun. And now that it's over, it wasn't cool at all. I didn't enjoy one day of incarceration, not even one day. So don't listen to the stories when people bragging about being locked up. That don't mean nothing. I've been getting locked up since I was 12 and a half years old, man. And I never been out more than 8 months since I was 12 and a half. And I never been out. I never been off of some kind of supervision. So, you know, probation, parole, something since I was 12 and a half years old until I got off parole on this case. And
so when you got in, when did it really hit you?
Hit me that I was in prison?
Hit you that you got a long run?
Honestly, bro, I think that it hit me that I was, honestly, I approached my time. When I was in the county and the lawyer told me the deal, he was like, this is what they offered me 15 years. But then I got while I was at court, one of the dudes that was testifying against me was in the PC tank right across from me. If you ever been, I don't know if you ever been to the Sacramento County Jail, when they take you to Superior Court, you across the street, and they got them tanks where they got the PCs across from you, sitting on the other sides of the bailiffs. One of my co-defendants, but ended up being somebody who was gonna testify against me, was in the other side, and I spoke on it, and the person that was in the cell with him was a high power inmate. He didn't know dude was a PC inmate, and he was from SAC too. Well, they was all from SAC, but he took off on him. Well, the bailiff heard me say something to him, and the bailiff reported it, and they charged me for persuading someone else to dissuade a witness from testifying. So they changed that 15-year deal to 18 years. They just added it on with the rest of my crimes that I had at the time. So I just told my lawyer, call my mom and my grandma and tell them to come visit me before I take this deal. Then I'll go take the deal. And from that day in the visiting room, that's the, right-handed guy. I sat there with my mama and my grandma, cried. Like, I'm not going to see y'all again. You know what I mean? I love y'all to death, but this going to be the last time y'all see me. And it's over, because that's the way I was approaching the time. I didn't think I was getting out. And even though I knew I had a date, but when you sitting in the county jail and they talking about 18 years, you don't think that's a date, bro. You know what I mean? You don't, 18 years? This 1996, you talking about 2000 plus, 2012, 14, I'm getting out?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't getting out, bro. Because not to sound like a tough guy, but I was on some turned up shit. I was on some gangbang shit. So it was like, I'm finna go in there and get in more trouble. I already know what's finna happen. And that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? They took away all my good time. You know what I mean? I didn't get none of my good. I got 2 months of good time back on a fluke when the counselor did the background during my parole process, doing the paperwork, all the stuff they do to check to see if there's any good time you can get back and all that. It was a fight I had got into 7 years before that, and I was supposed to apply for the time back and forgot all about it, because I never even thought about applying for time back, because I was always back and forth to the hole. Not always, but before I can get my time back, I knew I was going to be back in some bull crap. And they gave me the 2 months at the last minute and let me out, 2 months before a full 18 years.
That's wild as shit. I ain't gonna hold you. So, because I know you had the Big Hurt interview, and I said that shit did $1.5 million. There's rappers who can't do no shit like that and everything.
Yeah.
What did you notice after you did that interview? Like, what was one of the meaties? Ceddy, don't you know what you're talking about? First off, Youngin, let me do this. Answer these people in the chat.
Yep.
This is his interview, not mine. So a good host lets the person who's getting interviewed talk.
Fact.
Goddamn. You want me to interview him? Like, what the fuck am I interviewing him for? I'm about to interrupt everything he's saying. So what was one of the first things you noticed after you did the Big Hurt interview?
Okay, well, let me preface that. Let me before I say what I noticed. Big Hurt. Salute to Big Hurt. I appreciate the brother. He from SAC as well. For y'all who don't know, he had approached me from a mutual friend. Like, I didn't get at Big Hurt to go on his channel or none of that. He had approached me through a mutual friend when I had first got out of prison, because my homeboy told him, "Oh, the homie got out. You should interview the homie." And I was like, my mindset was, man, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'm not, man. I'm trying to create a life out here. I don't need to be known as a dude who did 18 years when I'm trying to create a professional life, like a square life. You know what I mean? On that type of. So every time I pop up, oh, that's the guy who did $1.5 million on Hurt channel. He did 18 years in prison. So I pushed him off for like 2 years. And then not only was it that I didn't want to do it, but then I went and looked at his channel at the time. And I told him this, so that's why I'm gonna repeat it. And I said, man, all them dudes on your channel, man, they ain't do time like me. They ain't not necessarily the amount of time, but when you talk to people, when you've done a lot of time, bro, especially on level 4s, I can listen to somebody talking for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and I could tell what kind of yard you was on off top. Like off top, I could tell if you was in a camp or a level 1 or level 2, or you gonna say certain stuff, and I know you was on a level 4. You know what I mean? And there was a couple dudes he had on. I was like, yeah, I really don't. And no disrespect to anybody out there. Everybody chooses to do whatever they do with their life and make their own decisions. But you had a whole bunch of people that I believe was dropouts or PCs on there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, at the time, I was like, I don't know for sure if they are. And I didn't really want to be affiliated with none of those people. You know what I mean? Because you know how it is. Affiliation can bring bull crap. You know what I mean? And so I put it off, but then eventually I was like, you know what? I'm established in my working life and in my home life, and everything else is good. I was like, yeah, let's get it popping, bro. And he came up to Sacramento because he didn't live in Sacramento at the time. Came up, we got it popping, and when it first got on, I was just like, it was done, whatever, right?
Right.
And I go, and I wasn't a YouTuber yet, so I wasn't on the go check or go look at YouTube Studio, go see what it's doing. But then I got a message and was like, bro, you seen that interview you did? I'm like, nah. I go look, and in the comments, people are like, okay, well, what's up with dude? Like, what is he doing now? How's he doing now? How long ago did you do this interview? Da. And then Dirt, the Dirt, you just interviewed Dirt. Dirt got at me, and he was like, what's up, bro? I got a dude who's a producer, and he got a whole lot of ideas. He think you should start your own channel. And I'm like, start my own channel? Talking about what? Because I see the people that blow up. I see the people that blow up, and like, I'm not talking about that stuff. Right. I'm not telling you how to hide a cell phone. I'm not telling you how to make a knife. I'm not telling you all the stuff that I know brothers that's up against it is still doing. You know what I mean? I can't give up the game, whether I'm in it or not. You know, and I'm still gonna stand on the fact that I know that cats that's still up against it is using these same techniques. Why would I come on internet and give it to the world so the police can run up in their cell? Come on, man. So I talked to the producer. We put out a couple of videos, and it started doing good. And then a couple other, let's say, prison genre, even though I see myself as more of a, more than just the prison genre, but a couple big prison genre people started getting at me. Like, we like what you did over here. Would you like to do an interview on our channel? I'm like, yeah. And then the more I did, the more my little personal channel, and my channel is still small. I'm barely at 7,000 subscribers, but you know what I mean? But it started going up. And then they started sending me checks, and I'm like, oh, so yeah. I'm doing this in my mind. I'm doing this in my mind to try to help these youngsters in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? In Oak Park and in 29th Street and in 60's neighborhood, whoever watching it, you know what I mean? To see that, oh, bro, I was on a yard with bro. Like, okay. And he actually, because I get calls from prison all the time, like, bro, keep doing what you're doing. From the main line, man, you give us hope that we can get out there and do it too. You know what I mean? You give us the fact that, bro, not only we know what you was doing in here, and I ain't gotta talk about what I was doing in prison because it's not about that. But the ones that call me, bro, we know what you was doing, and if you can make it out there, we know we can make it out there. You know what I mean? And it's all I did, bro, is honestly, I applied the same. I just noticed that first I started getting, okay, I'm sorry, I missed the actual response to the question. What did I notice the most? I noticed that people started recognizing me in public that didn't know me from the hood or didn't know me from prison. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, or like squares even, like I'm in the gym working out with my wife. Matter of fact, I went to Burbank to a midgets football game, bro. And I'm going to get some nachos from the bar. And big burly dude behind the thing, he looked down. He said, man, is you NateDogg, man? And off top, I'm in Burbank. I'm at Burbank, right? So off top, I'm like, yeah, what's happening? And I tell my son who was with me, I'm like, hey, go back to the bleachers. go back over there with moms, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
I don't know what's going on, but I know that whatever going on, I'm gonna do whatever I can do to keep myself safe. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, what's happening? He like, no, man, I see you on Big Hurt channel. I'm like, oh, whoa. And this was happening like at least once a week in SAC. Like people, just random people, just, hey man, that's NateDogg. I'm like, and then it just started going up from there, man. Now it's, as you know, man, there's people all in other countries that are hip to these channels, man, that be liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And I appreciate it all, man.
Yeah, nah, it's funny because when I went to, this is what I noticed in Sacramento. I went to Art Mall, and there's this SAOG and stuff like that. I'm thinking like, I probably know his, I probably know like his nephew or something like that, anything like that. And he like, yo, Ceddy Nash. I'm like, what's going on, OG? What's going on with you, bro? I like that shit you doing. Keep doing that shit on YouTube. I'm like,
yeah.
Damn,
I done been pulled up by cholos and some more stuff like, and cholo pull up on you. I had a cholo do a U-turn, man. I was walking through a parking lot to go to the store, and I'm walking. My mentality. No matter how long I try to shake it, I pay attention to everything. You know what I mean? I was in them stoops too long to not pay attention, and I seen the car slow down and bust a Yui, so I'm like automatically own it. And he pulled right into the parking lot by where I'm walking, and then he slowed down, and then I see him roll his window down. So I'm like, okay, here we go. What's this?
Yeah.
Because I ain't got nobody looking for me. I ain't did nothing to nobody in the last 30 years, damn near. So ain't nobody looking for me. So, and then he like, man, and like you said, big cholo with the big brochure and everything, like, hey man, NateDogg, man, what's up, bro? Can I get a picture? I'm like, picture? Yeah, bro, let's take a picture, bro. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. And so now, and now that I got the merch, predominantly, I either got Niner gear on, obviously, or I know, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's your interview, bro. It's your interview. It's your interview.
It's over. That's it. Thanks for coming. Or my own merch, because self-promotion is the best promotion, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's always been love. It's always been love. I ain't never got no negativity. I got a couple trolls, as you know, it's supposed to happen, but I don't feed them, so they die off fast. I ain't got time.
I was gonna ask you that. It's always gonna be trolls and shit. How you avoid that? Because you like what, 6'5" or some shit like that?
Me?
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3". Yeah.
6'3". Okay.
Yeah, I'm only like 6'3", 220.
All right. I don't know. Your pictures make you look tall as shit. I'm like, man, I can come down the court and throw in the alley real quick.
Yeah, we about the same height almost.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you 6'3" ain't that usual these days. You know what I mean? But I just, when it come to trolls, bro, like I never had no trolls in my own city. You know what I mean? Because it's like the fingerprints speak for themselves. Like there's nothing to, like, it's like you can't say nothing about me if you did, you made it up. If you do, you made it up. You know what I mean? It's that simple. And I don't bite into what people made it up. I know who I am. You know what I mean? I know who I am. I know what I've been through. I know what I've done. And if somebody don't like me, you might not like yourself. You know what I mean? To be honest, but it's cool. I mean, do what you do. Hit the dislike. Like I said, hit the dislike. I ain't worried about it because, as you know, man, I was born in 1975, bro. I'm 47. I'm about to be 47 years old, bro. And I ain't never been taught to talk reckless to people. I was never taught that. You know what I mean? Right. I was always taught that if you had an issue with a person, just deal with it. However that outcome needs to happen, just deal with it. You know what I mean? Don't, and you don't wake the dead either. You know what I mean? So if I'm tripping on you, thank you, Sunshine. Sorry, I'm used to looking at comments too.
It happens. It happens.
If somebody got an issue with me, like I said before, man, you probably took it the wrong way. You probably took it the wrong way. Understand that what I say, I stand on. If I said it, I meant it. You know what I mean? So if you don't like it, I mean, I got a saying on my channel, bruh, and I don't want no smoke, and I ain't looking for no smoke, but I damn sure ain't allergic to smoke because I ain't got no allergies. So You know, if you put your hands on me, or if you act like you're gonna put your hands on me or do anything to me, I'm gonna do my best to defend myself, man. In any situation, you know what I mean. I'm not running around talking about I'm finna beat nobody up or none of that. But if you try to touch me, then we gonna figure it out. I just hope you know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Indeed. So let me ask you this: for people who just getting out and everything, let's just say 15 years plus getting out and everything like that, and they hollered at you and they wanted some real spill, some grown man game. What would be something like? What would be a conversation that you would have to them?
I mean, first and foremost, I'm gonna tell them don't stop. Stop stopping. Like stop waiting. Don't stop. Like no matter what you got to do. Like if you just getting out from doing a big bid, I'm gonna tell you to get whatever job you can get, just to get you started doing something. You worked in that kitchen for 19 cents an hour for how many years? You worked on that yard crew for 19 cents an hour for how many years? You gotta have a job or go to education in prison. It's mandatory. Or you get write-ups. So nobody. Oh, I didn't have no job when I was in prison. You lying? Then you was in the hole the whole time. You was in the hole or you was in school. So if you could do that, bro, just transfer that over. If you don't want to work for nobody, just work long enough to stack you up enough bread to create something for yourself, to buy a truck or to buy a car so you can start making moves, or buy the equipment you need to make merch and sell merch, or burn CDs. If you're a rapper, you want to make music, get on it. But whatever you do, the best advice I can say to people who did a whole bunch of times, one, don't go back looking for your old friends. That's off top. Don't go back looking. Reconnect with your old friends and see how they doing. It don't matter how they doing. They wasn't worried about how you was doing for that 15 years. They wasn't worried. Wasn't nobody worried about how I was doing for that 17 and a half, almost 18 years. You know, nobody. Man, I got a handful of letters from my homeboys. A handful of letters from the dudes I was actually hanging out with on the streets. You know what I mean? I got more love from the dudes that was in there that got out than I got from the homies that was actually in there, out there on the streets with me before I went. Because they wanted me, half of them wanted me gone. They said I created too many problems. You know what I mean? So half of them wanted me gone. So the biggest thing I could say is, one, don't go looking for your old friends. Don't be trying, and stop. Okay. You see, it's coming to me as we talk about it.
I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Stop trying to catch up with what you missed.
Yeah. Stop trying to relive your youth.
I was going 15 years. I got to catch up. No, you don't. You got to start. Stop trying to catch up with something you lost, because you're going to crash. You're going to crash. I promise you. I just seen one of my, look, he ain't from my neighborhood, but he's still a G homie. I just seen one of my G homies. He did 17 years straight, bro. Got out and was trying to chase it. Now he back in there facing life. Trying to chase it. And I got him a job and everything. As soon I helped him get a job. He had to do the interview himself, but I got him into the interview with full knowledge that he had the criminal record and everything. And they was like, so what? We'll hire him, and hired him and everything. And they did the layoffs because of the macaroni that happened. You know what I mean? And they did the layoffs because everybody was losing their jobs. And he was like, man, I got to get it how I got to get it. And I said, well, look, you know how I rock. If that's how you doing it, I love you to death. But you might as well just lose my number, bro. Because if you living like that, you know that don't intertwine with how I'm living. That's not how I'm living. And I don't even walk the line close. I'm not on here pretending like I'm in the hood every day or none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm going to work and taking care of my family. So I don't go back to them stoops.
That's powerful. I ain't gonna hold you. That's powerful, bro. Straight up. That's kids, man. I tell cats all the time, I don't kick it.
Nah. For what? For what? Like if we would have met up at the Manor Park, that would have probably been the only time I go to the hood is when I'm going to meet somebody for a specific reason. Then I do what I'm going there to do, and I leave. Like the last time I went to the Manors, to get this shirt, because my boy that lived in the Manors was making the shirts for me when I first started making the merch. He was like, bro, don't even worry about it. I got you, bro. I got the press, everything. So I went out there to the Manors, right on the edge of Western, and what is that, Ford and Western, that little swoop around right there? At the end of Western?
No, that's that is Ford. I took that back. Yeah, that's Ford.
He lived right there on that house in the corner, that little duplex. I don't know if it's a duplex or the little side house, right there on the corner of Ford and Western.
It's a duplex. Yeah, it's a duplex.
And he lived right there, and I went there. We did our business, and I went right back out the other way and right back to where I was going. Like, I'm not hang out for what? Kick it for what? If we go, the people I kick it with, we kick it in the garage at the house, right here, where everything's a control situation. Ain't gonna be nobody driving by, tripping, or who's that? And nah, we don't. Man, I'm not 15 years old, man. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I don't do none of that no more.
Nah, it's funny because like what y'all don't know is behind the scenes. I was telling him like, man, I don't really want to live in Sac. He was like, shit, basically leave. Fuck you want to be around here for?
Yeah. Man, only reason I'm still here, no cap, is because I'm waiting for my son to finish high school, and I want him to finish his whole high school in the same year, in the same school. That's the only reason I'm still here. Other than that, man, I'm out of here, man. Sell this one. Oh, yeah, I bought a house. You know, I've been out 7.5 years. I bought a house. Me and my wife together, we bought a house. But this thing can go on the market as soon as we're ready to go. We'll sell it for damn near double what we paid for it and go buy something nice out somewhere else in another state where they got the prices lower.
You know, I just told my homie this. I said, bro, sell your house. This shit doubled in fucking price. He's like, nah, I said, bro, what the fuck? Nigga, go get a nice ass little apartment. It ain't gonna, they gonna give you what? Cost you like what? Maybe 40,000 in 2 years? When the housing market crashed the fuck off?
Yep.
You can buy another house better and cheaper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, but that's dope as fuck. And anybody who watching, y'all gotta realize something. He just did 17 years, damn near 18 years, came home, stayed on his pivot, bought a motherfucking house. And that ain't nowhere saluting, then you a fucking hater.
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to tell y'all that. I don't bring on motherfuckers that's on some dumb shit, on some bullshit, anything like that, anything. I bring motherfuckers on here who try to make an impact because they already impactful in their own goddamn lives. I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all, hey, subscribe to NateDogg because I said do it. No, subscribe to it because he got a motherfucking message that's going to work for you. How you just said, you tell motherfucking come home and get on your shit. I just had that same conversation with my cousin. I said, my nigga, when you get out, get 2 jobs.
Yes.
Get 2 fucking jobs.
Bro, look, bro, no cap. Look, I came home, bro. My first job was changing oil at, my cousin has his own auto repair shop. I don't know how to work on cars at the time. So he like, bro, just come in here, do my oil changes, do my brake changes for me, and I'll just pay you for the jobs you do. Cool. Then that was something. That was the next day. So come home today. By the time I got home and ate dinner and chilled, because I refused to have a party, there's not a celebration for me coming home from doing 17 years. So I refused to let anybody throw me a party. The next day I was at work at the shop. 2 days later, I went into a Chevron and I just happened to be going to grab something to drink, but I heard the lady at the thing complaining about what it's like at night in the store to one of her coworkers. Like they're always the Chevron on Northgate and West El Camino right there. I'm like,
oh yeah. Okay.
It's so rough out here, and people are always coming in here harassing us. I'm like, and then the owner came downstairs. I said, hey man, y'all having issues with people at night? You know, I'm fresh out. You know, I ain't okay. He like, oh yeah. I said, well, man, give me a job, man. I keep the peace. You know what I mean? I keep the peace. I'm pretty good at keeping people calm. And he was like, yeah, you know how to stock? I was like, nah, but I can learn fast. He gave me a job. He gave me a job for $9 an hour, and I was happy to get that $9 an hour because I had somewhere to go every day where they were going to pay me. You know what I mean? I didn't complain one time. Like $9 an hour, let's go. All right, so that's a check. Let's get it. We're going to add it up. And then being there, the same dude who introduced me to Herc in the first place happened to come in there to get gas. And he saw me and was like, bruh, I work at the railroad, bro. You want to work at the railroad? I'm like, what they pay? He's like $16 an hour. Hey, Saeed, I'm going to go work at the railroad. Hey, but it's good, though. If don't work out, I come back, right? You know, because you don't want to burn bridges in the working world. He like, yeah, if it don't work out, come back, man, and you're a good worker. Because while I was stocking, bruh, at night, I was talking to the female that was the cashier, having her teach me how to do the cashier on the side. And then I went to the owner after I figured it out and was like, hey, man, can I get the cashier so I can make some more money and get some more hours? He's like, yeah, if you could do it. And I did the same thing throughout. Like I was literally going 9 p.m. in Sacramento, drive to Oakland. That's the rail yard I was working at by the port. drive to Oakland, work my 12-hour shift, get off at 9 o'clock in the morning, come back, and then I had got a job at a house renovation place and go work for 4 or 5 hours there. When I got back straight from that job, go work there for 4 or 5 hours, go home, sleep for 4 hours, and start all over again. So basically, and my mindset was just keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop. Don't let nothing get in your way. Don't stay with tunnel vision. Stay with tunnel vision. No, I don't want to hang out. No, I don't want to kick it. No, I don't. Hey, man, we having a party. So what? I'm cool. I don't want to party. I'm broke. I don't want to party. I don't got nothing. I don't want to party. You know what I mean? So what? They bought me some clothes and they got me some shoes. And my brother, salute to my brother, gave me a car when I first came home. After he made sure I got a license first, but he gave me a car after I got a license. But my main process was just keep going. And now, thankfully, that work ethic and that focus and that drive. Your boy said it, man. Nipsey, may he rest, man. He said it ain't no force in this world like a focused drive, man. You know what I mean? And I said that on my channel numerous times because it's a very powerful statement. You know what I mean? Nothing can stop a focused drive. I don't care what you got your drive focused on. Nothing can stop you if it's that focused. You know what I mean? You just got to keep getting it and stop waiting for other people to do it for you.
Nah, that's true spill, bro. Because I used to do construction delivery, meaning everything got delivered by hand. No less than 10,000 pounds I was lifting a day, Monday through Saturday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm head security guard in this club and everything like that. I used to get off from the club and go park at the job, sleep in my car for about 3 hours, and boom, I'm right back on it. I had my food already ready the day before, froze 2 Gatorades, put that bitch on there, and by the time I got to work, man, that was it.
I know about them frozen drinks. You need them on them summer days, man. That work. That work. I'm telling you,
rules, Brody.
That show you that I went from that and I learned how to drive a yard goat. You know what that is, a hostler.
Yeah.
I learned how to do that in Oakland. Never drove a trailer, moved a trailer in my life until then. Not even a boat until then. Learned that, came back because they did layoffs. So I went back to the Chevron and was working the construction job. Both of them at the same time. Boom, boom, boom. Back to back. Because I wasn't going to, it was work, the gym, and work. And then back at home. That's it. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to go kick it. I wasn't really comfortable around crowds at first. So I really didn't want to go out and be around a whole bunch of people I didn't know anyway. And then a temp agency called me and said somebody needed a hostler. And I'm like, and for those who don't know what a hostler is, somebody just moves trailers around a yard. That's basically what you're doing.
For those on the Midwest, it's called yard dogs.
Yeah, the yard dog. They needed a yard dog. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. $15.50 an hour. I'll take it. You know, happily take it. And I did the same thing when I got there. The dude who trained me to do the yard dog and how they wanted it done, he was an actual CDL driver. And I was like, hey, bro, hey, can you teach me how to drive one of these big trucks? And he was like, you want to learn? I'm like, yeah, I need you to. And I had watched YouTube videos and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I need to learn how to do a pre-trip. I need to learn how to do an air brake. And I need to learn how to move these things and how to couple them. And I need to learn how to do everything. And he was like, okay, cool. The company saw me out there learning. The supervisor saw me and went to the management and was like, this dude needs to be a driver here. This dude's drive is crazy. He needs to drive here. He needs to work here. We need to keep him here. And they paid for me to go to CDL school. You know what I mean? They paid for it. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, man, if you work for us for 1 year after we pay for it, we'll pay for you to go to school. Man, I was in and out of school in 5 weekends. Like, what? School? What they going to teach me? All I need y'all to do is teach me what the DMV need to see, because I already know how to do all this stuff y'all talking about in here.
Yeah.
I do this on the yard every day. So, and that's all she wrote. That jumped my pay from $15.50 to $30. Like, boom, 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 let's go. Because not letting nothing stop me, consistently staying on my grind. You know what I mean? No, I might not be a millionaire, but bro, I'm not hungry ever.
Man, I told you. Man, I ain't gonna, man, bro. This interview went way better. He exceeded expectations, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Different, man. It's different, man.
Everybody,
When we already awake.
everybody's still in here. Everybody's still in here. Y'all smashed them likes while y'all up in here and
Please,
everything like that. This
please.
something that y'all can replay. This ain't my show right now. This his show. It's in the title. Everything like that. If you like what he's spilling and everything like that, you feeling what he's spilling and all that,
Right
man,
there.
go ahead and head over there to NateDogg916 channel and hit that subscribe button.
Please do, man. Please do. But please understand, man, it's just about a focus. I'm not doing nothing at all. And I said this before too, bro. I'm not doing nothing all of us can't do. All of us can't do. People like, how'd you come out and do this, that? The same reason you could have been doing it while you was out here that 18 years. Like my little brother said something, man, because he did 8 years and he be making little music and stuff. And he said he gave people 7-year head start and still went right by him. I gave people an 18-year head start and still went right by him. Like, come on. And then reach back like, come on, bro. Let's go. Let's go. I don't want to just run by you and look back and laugh and point. Man, come on. We should all be getting it. You know what I mean? Whether you black, white, Mexican, Asian, I don't care. Male, female, it don't matter. Everybody can get it. You just got to go get it. Stop using shit that happened in your life as a crutch. I can't do it because of this. I can't do it because of that. Well, my baby daddy tripping or my baby mama tripping, so I got to pay child support, so I don't want to get a job. Nigga, take care of your responsibility. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I mean? Just stay focused. Get on it. Eventually, you're going to get past and nothing's going to be in the red no more. You're going to be all blue after that. Everything in your ledger going to be above the board, man. Before you know it, man.
You know, it's funny is, you know, I work 10 hours a day before I even jump off on this YouTube shit. I only sleep like 5 hours a day.
I know what it's like.
I'm still scared. Like I'm still annoyed. I lost it. I slept in the back of the car. I used to pull up to the rest area and go to sleep. You know, like when you going towards Real Linda on the freeway and shit, on the 5 and shit, like you headed towards the airport, but you veer off to the right.
That one little rest area right there?
Yep.
I know exactly.
I parked at that bitch faithfully for about 3 months.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where that one at. That's going towards Woodland.
Yep.
Yeah.
I parked at that bitch faithfully.
That's a little dark one too.
Oh yeah. Nigga would have did one of these. I'm going to jail for the rest of my life.
Yeah. No, facts. Yeah. I thankfully, who I drive for, man, we come home every day, and if we do have to lay over, we go to hotels. We don't even got sleepers, but you know, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do, no matter what. If I had to drive a sleeper, guess what? I'll be in a sleeper. It's good because nothing's gonna stop me from my plan. Nothing. You know what I mean? What did Oprah Winfrey say in The Color Purple? Nothing but death can keep me from it. I mean, you know what I mean? Nothing. Can't nothing stop me from doing what I'm doing because I'm not in nobody's way, and I'm not gonna let nobody be in my way because I know how to evade obstacles, man. If I gotta jump over you, run through you, run around you, go under you, I'm gonna get by you. You know what I mean? And I don't rely on anybody else for my stuff to happen. You know what I mean? If somebody can help me with a hand up and get me in the door, cool. Get me in the door, bro. But don't worry. I'm gonna make you look good when you get me in the door. You know what I mean? Don't be one of them people that somebody help you get in the door or something and you make them look like just make them look stupid. Because that's something. That's something. You make that person not want to help the next person. You know what I mean?
And my shit be, I just wanted, honestly, can't nobody pay me to interview. I refuse money. My whole thing is, are you working? When I put anybody on, I'm like, bro, are you working? All the rappers and everything like that. Because if you ain't got 3 albums, I don't want to talk to you.
That's right.
You ain't got 3 albums done, I don't want to talk to you. Right. If you doing YouTube and shit like that, bro, if you only got 20 videos, bro, they better be 20 consistent videos or I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, you got to be working.
You just got to put it in. Like my second channel, already did 30 videos in 4 days and they all 20-minute videos.
There you go. See?
You see what I'm saying?
You got that. Well, why not? Why not? Like, somebody will look, man.
Slide on them.
Motherfuckers will sit around all day talking about they broke. sit around all day. Listen to me. Let that sink in. They sitting around all day talking about how broke they are. Get off your ass and go get it, man. Figure it out. Whatever you like doing, go do it. Go do it. Find a way to make some money to do what you like doing. You like smoking weed? Is that what you like doing? Okay. Go see if you can get a job at the dispensary or a weed delivery person. Go do something. Just do something. That's all. They'll give it to you. You like pimping? Go pimp then. Just understand that the consequences come with that, El Toro. Understand that whatever you do is consequences. Everything I choose to do, there's no negative consequences. You know what I mean? The things that I make choices with in my life now, there can only be either a fail or a pass. It's not going to be a negative. It's not going to hurt me. It's just going to be like, okay, I invested in these dogs because my wife breeds dogs. We invested in these dogs. Okay. That's an investment that I saw as a likely investment, something that can make money for us, something that can help push this kingdom, put these bricks together faster. You know what I mean? But it's legal. Nobody can take it from us. You know what I mean? So if we got to go put $15,000 to the side, $20,000 to the side to pay for these dogs, okay, cool. But what is the outcome? What can we make from it? Okay, so my wife likes dogs. Cool. Now you can make money with what you like. It's that simple. Figure out what you like and then figure out how to get there.
How long you been married?
I've been married for
shit.
6 years. 6 years.
Oh shit, I might have fucked up.
No, 6 years. I've been married 6 years.
You know, and the internet is fucking up right now.
Wi-Fi's going out. No, 6 years. I got married in 2016. 2016. Yep. August 22nd, 2016. Got it.
Saved yourself on that one.
You know, the computer. I told you I'm old. You know, the computer had a war. I was buffering. That's what happened. I was buffering.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I preach that. I preach that to the youngins, like, bro, getting married ain't shit out in these streets. Yeah. It ain't.
And the good thing about the woman I married is that I've known her since I was 15 years old. So, like, I didn't have to be one way with her to get her locked in, and then she find out about my past or my history or none of that, and then be thrown off by it and be, you know, there'd be that barrier in our relationship. She knew who I was back when I was a youngster, to who she heard about when I was older, when we were not around each other, and then she knew about the time because I told her about it as soon as the first day we met. She's like, "Where you been?" "Oh, I just got out of prison. I was in prison for 18 years. And, you know, of course, the first reaction to most common people is, "You was in prison for how long?" 18 years. Straight? Yeah. But I'm out now. So what's popping? Let's get it going. Because once again, don't let stuff that happened to you in your life hold you as a crutch, or use that as a crutch of why you can't do something. Like, prison didn't make me, man. That's just some shit that happened. I did that already. That's over with. You know what I mean? Now I'm trying to do this, you know, and hopefully people can take some jewels from it. And I said this before, and I don't know where I got it from, but I'm sure I heard most information we got in our brain. We heard it from somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So mostly, unless you're E40 and you just make stuff up all through the thing, you make up words and stuff. But
all right,
like I said, I throw it all on the table, man. The knowledge I got, the experiences I've been through in my life, I put it all on the table on my channel, NateDogg916. I just throw it on the table, man, and it's like a smorgasbord, man. You don't go to a smorgasbord and eat everything, right? Just take what you like, man. And whatever you don't like, leave it for somebody who might like it, man. It's that simple, man. I don't claim to know everything. I just know a little bit about a lot of stuff.
Definitely. Well, let's get them some final words and everything. Let them know where they can find you and everything like that after, you know.
Absolutely, man. Like I said just now, on YouTube, it's NateDogg916 with 2 G's. Instagram is Nate.Dogg916. Y'all can get at me anytime, anywhere. You know, I mean, if I don't respond, I will. You know, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all that. If you like something, or if you want to see something on the channel that stay with that, I got interviews on there for you don't know, interviews with people who have been incarcerated or who have been in a struggle. But the key about my interviews is like Ceddy just said a minute ago, I don't just interview people that are fresh out. I don't care about you being fresh out. What are you doing? I need to see that you've already done something. What are you doing? And that's the story I want to show, because I want to show people you can make it out. Other than that, man, if you don't do nothing else in your life, period, stay loyal to yourself, man. Stay loyal to you. And I'm out with that.
I appreciate you, Ali, bro. This is a dope-ass interview, man. I see why the millions came. I see why the millions came, bro. You got a hell of a message.
I appreciate you for having me on, man, for real.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Absolutely, man. NateDogg916, man. That was a blessing. That was a blessing, man. Yeah, man. I don't think I'm gonna have a better interview ever than that right there. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna have an interview better than that one. Shit. So whoever I'm interviewing tomorrow, shit, I don't think you want to go after that. We might have to cut interviews off for about a month. Cause yeah, that man came on here with pure gasoline. And that's the thing. We gonna get back to the subjects at hand for those who just pulled up. But get to it. In all honesty, get to it. When I said what I said about, us being from Northern Sac, like, I was told these are consequences for the shit that you do. That was some of the first shit he said. There's consequences from some of the shit you do. But you know what? Yeah, more than likely, everybody been doing that shit. I be trying to make that shit special. Subscribe if you have not. But I ain't gonna hold you. I really enjoyed that. No cat. Like, I really enjoyed that. I didn't even know he was fucking 47. He looked younger than me. Shit. What am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So